Hello dear SAP colleagues and SAP friends. In today's video I would like to show you a few very useful functions of the transaction SE16, and as you can see we're already logged on into the system, and the first thing that you need to do is to write here in the window the name of the transaction, so to say, or the number of the transaction if you wish, this SE16. And what is actually this transaction about? I hope that you know what is it, but basically you can open, observe and select tables from here. And the table which I would now like to use for the for our test purposes, if you wish, or tutorial purposes, would be the table FVDAL, which is actually a table from the CML CMS SAP modules, or these are the modules for the consumer mortgage and loans, consumer mortgage securities. Basically for loans, there are different types of loans which you can maintain in these modules. And I'm now in a test system, so we have no productive data. All the data here is absolutely anonymous, if you wish, and has nothing to do with real data, but there is some data and we'll use this data now for test purposes. Well, let's see what we have. Actually, if you write the name of the table first and then click execute, then you have the selection window of the selection screen of the table at first. And basically the first thing which you can do here, and it is very, very important to know, is the maximum rows that you can get out of the table. And basically if you leave this to the default value, it would be just the value that it is, and you will not be able to see all the different all the rows of the table. But now I click on execute with 200 with maximum, and what we see now is actually that we see there is 200, but we are not able to see, we can see the columns, that there are 24 columns out of 614 that are shown, but we are not able to see how many rows at total there are, or in total there are. And basically for this reason you go on system, you go to settings, excuse me, then to user parameters, or in German it's Benutzerparameter, but in English it would be settings, then user parameters, and then from here you can actually click this one to show the maximum possible rows of the table. And then we click OK, then we click once again with 200, and what we see is that there are 200 out of 487. This is the first very useful thing, and you are able to use it now. Okay, let's continue with the next feature, which I find really, really useful. Basically, let's see. If you go to use a parameter, yeah, the next feature which I would like to show you is the option to choose among, again, from settings, then user parameters. It's again the thing that it's the feature that you can choose among ALV-Grid option and SE16 standard list. Basically, if you choose ALV-Grid, the look of the table would be different, right? And now I'll show you. It is a little bit slower, as you can see, and it takes a little bit more time, definitely, and it is different. However, it is very important to know that at this point you have more functions, more features. Maybe you are about to explore them alone. Maybe I'll show you some of the features here with the ALV-Grid in the next video. There is already one video from me about how you can develop, how you can program an ALV-Grid, and which you can find in my channel. But about the features here in an ALV-Grid, maybe I'll make another video, and I'll definitely make another video because there are a lot. Important for now is to take into consideration the fact that if you go to user parameters and choose this standard ALV-Grid option to show the table, this takes more time as the standard list, but you have more functions. And about the functions we will talk in another video. Okay, so another very important thing is about the keywords of the table. I'll go back to the standard list and I'll click OK. I'll execute the table once again. And what we see now is that we have here the technical names of the columns, right? Mand ist für Mandant or Client, Bookers steht für Buchungskreis or Cost Center, and so on. But if we go back, if we go to settings, user parameters, and at this point here we say field field text if you wish, not the field name of it, then you go on OK, you execute, and now you have the whole text of the field. Well, it depends what exactly do you need. If you're a business analyst or requirement engineer, maybe you don't really, but actually you need them as well. You need the technical names of the columns because if you want to create, for instance, if you want to create good technical requirements, then you need it, right? You need the technical names of the columns in order to be able to express what exactly do you want with which fields to happen. And this is the reason why you need this one as well. Okay, one more thing. I execute the table once again. One more very important thing is to notice that there are different colors. There are different colors mainly because of the fact that they mean different things, I mean the colors. These first two colors, they are, well actually the first four colors, they're the key colors, right? They are the key, sorry, not the key colors, but the key fields. So which means that they can be used as primary keys in most of the cases. However, you can notice that there is white. This doesn't mean a lot, but you can notice that there is as well yellow, right? They are yellow columns. As we can see here, we have only 19 shown fields out of 614. So basically there may be many more yellow fields, yellow columns, which we are not able to see now. But this is because of the bright of the sorry, it's because of the brightness. No. This is because of the bright of the whole table, which you can set as well from here. For instance, if we say now here 5,000, it takes a lot of time. But what we see here, what changes is we change to 71, right? The shown fields. Okay. However, there are, as I said, more yellow fields, more yellow columns, and this is because these are check tables, right? These are check tables, and which means that the values are actually not in these database table, they are in other tables, but they are taken, they are overtaken, if you wish, to this table in order to be shown. And this is as well very important. Okay, one more thing, or actually a few more things, a few more very useful functions. First, you can actually use a very fast filtering of the table, and this happens from, just a second. Well, actually, I think this happens through the ALV-Grid only. I was actually curious whether we can do this through the standard list. Now you see a very useful function of the ALV-Grid for one as an example. So we open the same table through ALV-Grid, and if we go to a specific, let's say we go to we copy this this contract number here. We go to filter, we set it, we click OK, and we have only this contract number, right? This is called fast filtering, or at least I call it this way because it's really fast. It's a fast way to filter the table. You can of course filter the table from here, from the selection screen, but this is something which I'm not really, I'm not using it that much. Okay, so we open once again the table. Now I would like to show you how you can. Okay, we have the filter still. So we remove the filter. And from here, we would like to create a new layout, right? And for this purpose, we can go to layout, sorry, not this one, but this on the left side, layout, change layout. And what you can do now is you can click on fields which you want to see in the layout. And let's say we want to see the key fields. We actually saw that the first 4 are the key fields. And now you can go to, well, there are different things which I'm able to show you, but if you go on save, and you create now test tutorial, or test tut, let's say. And here we write for the text test for a YouTube tutorial. Well, if you click on this one, this is the user specific, then you will be the only one who is able to see this one, to see the layout. If you click on this one, this would be the standard layout, which will be selected. So it depends how exactly you want to set it up, but I'll just now create this layout with these 4 fields. Click on OK. What will happen is following. It's actually, sorry, the first 4 fields are now removed because we removed them from the layout, right? And you can do this as you wish. You can shape it as you wish. You can leave just 4 fields or whatever. However, I just removed 4 fields now. I haven't left just 4 fields. I removed 4 fields from all the, whatever, 614 or something. Okay. This is another very useful thing, and now I would like to show you one last very interesting feature, which as you can see now, I open the table once again and we are with a chosen layout. So basically if I go here and if I set this back to the left side, click on OK, we'll see the key fields as well once again. Takes a few seconds, as we can see. Okay, it's ready. This is our okay. I will go to this point and then I'll execute the transaction, and then I'll execute the table once again, so to say. And what we see now is that actually our layout is in there, right? This is actually something very important. And you know what, I'm not sure whether you actually understood what happened, but it's very important that this happened now, because I mean, I noticed it, but I just was curious whether you are wondering what happened. Well, basically we removed 4 fields, but then we added the 4 fields, right? But the thing is, we added them, okay, we added them and we haven't clicked on save, right? And the other thing is that if you add the fields, they are coming in the bottom. So you should be careful. You should not be expecting them to come in the beginning as well, again, right? They are not there. You click on save and then you ask to what? To this or to another one? We say to this, and it's already saved. And now these fields are coming at the end. So you should be very careful how exactly you shape your layouts, right? As you can see, it's very easy to lose the track of the fields. And basically, if you want to see the key fields in front, they're not in front now, in front of all of the other columns. They're here. And if you want to change this, there is a way, of course. You open the change option of the layout, then you go to your fields that you need, then you click on the one that you need, for instance this, the client, the mandant, and then you click on this one, and it goes at the top, right? And we do the same for the cost center, the same for the contract number, and the same for the archive class. And now we click on save, we click on OK. And we have it. We set it back. But now we have layout. And if somebody decides to change something later, you have your layout. Our layout is now visible to all the users, however, right? But it's okay, it's not exactly the same as it was, but it's more or less similar. We can, of course, we can change the sequence of these fields. Okay, one more last thing which I want to show you. You go to, again, to settings. Sorry, we go one time back, not from here. Settings, user parameters, then just a second, we need the standard list. Then you execute the table once again. Go to settings, user parameters. Okay, second. Oh yeah, I got a little bit mistaken now at this point, but however, this is not a big deal. What we want to do is we want to choose the ALV-Grid again, sorry for this. And then we execute the table once again. We have our layout we change, and we go to change layout. We go to this one here, the last one, which is so to say the way that you want to see the data. This is the I'm not actually absolutely sure how this is translated in English, but it's the visualization, if you wish, of the data. And here there is one option which you can click on to show the sum of the rows, but not in the bottom. Let's just go back one time. Let's go here, the bottom, and as you can see, there are no sums now, right? If I click on this button to sum the fields, you gotta say what exactly do you wanna sum, and I select the whole table and I sum it. I go in the bottom, and as you can see, there is one sum field now. But what is more important now is the fact that we actually have here 200 and we have a total 487 or something rows. So that's the reason I choose now 500 in order to be able to see all the fields. Then I click, let's say we can click on, I'm not sure what will happen if I click on this one, but I click on sum, on time. Okay, this doesn't really work. Doesn't really work like this. We need exactly. These are good examples. We need values, right? We need, so to say, money. We need money which we can sum or something like this. Sorry. Here we have some sort of a value, and we have a sum here. But a very useful function which you can need from time to time is the function where you go to change layout. You have your layout, you go to the option where you can visualize differently, this last one here, and there is one button here to show the sum row. This is the sum row, to show it above all the rows, right? Let's see how this works. It comes here at the top. It's not in the bottom, it's at the top. And this can be very useful. Trust me, sometimes when you're working a lot of time with this data and you don't need every time to scroll to the bottom in order to be able to see the sum of the fields or whatever, the sum row, then basically you are you're able to put this sum row here, just below the name of the columns. And if I scroll to the right, you see here some sums of the fields. Okay guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that there are at least a few functions that you can use now, that you can learn from. And as I said, there are many more, and I'll make another video for the functions of the ALV-Grid. Today I show you just one of these functions. And yeah, I hope that you liked the video. If this is the case, please subscribe to my channel, write comments in order to be able to collect information from one another and exchange information from one another. And I wish you all the best, guys. Best of luck, a lot of success, and stay tuned. Till next time. Goodbye.